Okay, let's get started here, and we're going to deal with some things. Let's see, first of all, I want to click something here so we have the screen available for us to see. First thing we need to do is we have to upload our document. We've done that. It takes a while for it to do that, so I didn't want to go through all of that. Now I've uploaded this, and as you notice, I have left the the page, the title page is not here. So we want to add a title page. So we click on front matter, and one of them is called title page. Clever title they have. And we're going to put in the book title. And the book title here is Turn Words into Cash. And the book subtitle is Five Ways to Make Money Writing. Okay, my name, Terry May. Now, if you have more than one author, you can click the plus button to add another author. Publisher is Word Master Publishing. And you can add an image if you want. I don't want to. Should be around 300 by 300 for a publisher's logo. And you click Create Page. And lo and behold, there it is. There's my page, all ready to go. Now I can add, after this, I can add a copyright page. Now my copyright page is right here, and I put in my name, Terry Main, year of publication 2021. And down here I got a lot of information. Now I also did my own cover design, clever person that I am, but I'm going to show you how to do yours too, so I'll put in that as my name. And I don't have a Library of Congress control number, so I'm going to delete that. It is printed in the USA. And what about the ISBN numbers? Well, let me show you a little bit about how to go about getting one of those for yourself. Now we're going to go back here. We're going to go to K. I'm sorry. Hang on just a second here. I'm going to make a couple of changes here, and I'm going to go to another page, uh, and that will be right here. And it's going to be kdp.amazon.com. And I'm going to sign in. And I just sign in using my own Amazon, credentials. And I'm going to click on Add a Paperback Book. Now, I'm not actually, that's what I would do if I were doing this. Now, I've already got some of this done, so let me go back and I'll find that. See, I've already got it started here. So I'm going to click Continue Setup. You fill out the stuff on that first page, and then you get to paperback content. I'm going to click on that, and right here at the top it says get a free a KDP ISN. Now, ISBN, so I already have it here. So I'm going to just slide this along and click Control C. You can click Command C on the Mac. Important thing for you to realize is that this free ISBN can only be used on Kindle. If you want to use it elsewhere, you'll have to get another one of your own, and then you would click this use my own ISBN. You can get them from a lot of places like Bowker's, but just look up ISBN number, purchase, and run it through Google's. You'll find it. So I've got this here. Now I'm going to go back to my page here. Okay, and do a little movement here. So we're going to go back here, back to Kindle Create, and I'm just going to put in my ISBN number here. Now, if this is an ISBN 13, that's a 13-digit number. I just click, and I'm going to get rid of the ISBN 10. And guess what? That's all I have to do. I kind of set a space between there. And then I click Create Page. And there it is, all of the legalese and everything else already set up in there. Great, wonderful. Now I'm going to look at my pages, and here is what it shows up as a default. Now I don't know if I like the default or not. I can go and figure out a theme. So I can click on theme, and the default is called modern. There's classic, which has a serif type. Serifs are those little doohickeys at the end of letters. Cosmos, which is kind of a nice one. Amor, which has kind of a flair for something that would be more like romantic, that sort of thing. Let me see what Cosmos looks like when I put it in here. So I click Cosmos, click select. Not bad, but I think I'm going to go back to this wants me to save. It calls it up every so often. So I'm going to go back. I'm just going to go back to modern. I think I like that. But I am going to make some adjustments to it. So I'm going to highlight this here, and I'll click on chapter title, formatting. My highlight disappeared on me. And I can do some things like I can make this italic. I could boldface it if I wanted to. I can change the font face. I can, make it monospace if I want. But I'm just going to leave it back here at something called Amazon Amber. Ember, I mean. And I could change the color. I think I'd like to make this blue, and I can change the size. 29 is just a little bit too much for me. Let me go back to 24. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. I can also add some advanced. Okay, I want to get this back to Ember. There we go. And I can have some advanced options. For instance, let's say I don't want it all caps. Let's say I want it upper and lowercase. I can click on title case, and there it is. I think I'll go back to all to uppercase. And I can also change the letter spacing just by clicking these up and down arrows. So I'm thinking about getting a little more contemporary look, and that'll be using a little more spacing, and I can run it back and forth until I get it just right. And I also think I would like to have this flush left, I mean, instead of in the middle. Now, as it went back here, it hit flush left, but it only went back this far. I want to get all the way to the left, so I'm going to hit indents. And if you want to see this top one here, that changes the indentation of the entire paragraph. So anytime you want to change the indentation of a paragraph, you can just highlight it and use this one here, and it's set at 10. That's 10 pixels in, but I don't want it 10 pixels in, so I could use the arrows to move it, or I can just highlight this whole thing and just put 0 in there, and there it is against the side. Okay, now also on this front page, these are called elements. And on this page we've got a chapter title, a chapter subtitle, and a one that's in small print here, but it's called chapter first paragraph. Sorry, let's see, and I made a mistake here, so nice to have undo buttons here. Okay, now you want to click in that first paragraph and then click the button that says chapter first paragraph. Sorry about that. Forgot to turn my telephone off before doing this. Okay, now we have our first paragraph here. We just click in it and look what happens. It gives us a chance to put in a drop cap. That's really nice. So it looks sort of pretty, but if you don't want the drop cap, just go over to the click on formatting, and you can click uh, click on apply drop cap and remove it. There it is. It's removed. You can also change the spacing if you want this to be a little more. Click on spacing if you want that one to be a little more wider than the others. You can just go down here, and one of these, the second one down, you can click like that, and it'll add some spacing after that section, wherever you set it at. I don't want that. Get out of my way. There we go. Okay. And you can play around with these sort of things. You can add spacing before or after. So if you want to get rid of the, so if you want to get rid of the of that, you can, that type of thing. You can. Um, my, so you can play around with drop caps and those sort of things. If you want to make the paragraph, uh, like this, with different alignments, you can do that as well. Okay, we've dealt with this enough. Suffice to say, there are a lot of ways you can customize your paragraph here. Okay, next let's go back up here. Go ahead, click on the copyright. I'm going to click on the copyright section, and it says, do you want to save? I say yes, and it does. And so, and I want to add, after the copyright section, I want to add a table of contents. So I just click on add table of contents. It tells me all the things are in the table of contents. And then I click OK. And there's my table of contents already set up for me. How easy was that? I'll tell you. Doesn't get a whole lot easier than that. Now let's say that I wanted to add an image right here. Put it right in here. Right about that first paragraph there. Now all I have to do is click next to it, click on insert, click on image, and I can, yeah, there's a nice one. Doesn't really fit here, but we'll just throw it in anyway. And I just define it, and there it is. Now I can add alt text. It's usually a good idea to add alt text. That's a description that you have, uh, and it can help people who have screen readers. It also helps with your search engine optimization. And I'm going to put in here image. No, don't want that over there. Image of woman drawing back curtain on a beautiful scene. And that's good. And now we can set different sizes for it. One thing we can do is we can bleed it all the way to the edge. So we just click down here to place to edge, and there it is. It's all the way to the edge. Or you can have it placed to margin. I'm going to leave it there because I don't want it full size, and I could change size. I could hit large or medium. I'm going to go for medium, and I can position it. Now this is really neat because it used to be a real pain to try and get text to flow around a picture. And so I'm going to get it to flow around this just by clicking there, and it puts it on the left hand side. If I wanted it on the right, I just click on the right, and boom, there it is. Isn't that nice? Isn't that easy? You go small, medium, large, or full. And so I've got my image there, and I can I can also do something else neat, and that is put an image at the start of a chapter. Now you have to do this for every chapter, so you do that. Um, you can have it. So I'm going to select an image, and that's an image I used in a one of my science fiction novels. So I'm just going to highlight here, click open, and this is a an image of the moon. And you see here we go. We've got it. We've got all sorts of possibilities. I'm going to move this along until I get the section I want, and I want the section right there, and that because that looks best, and I can move it back and forth. You see, it's showing me what it will look like in all of the different orientations and readers. So I've got it right about here. I think that works in all of them. Now I can set it a at 25% of the page, or I could set it at 33% of the page. I'm going to go back to 25. I like that a little bit better. I can put in my alt text, the image of the moon. Okay. And now I just click insert image. And let me show you what this looks like. There we go. Now I would have to do that for each chapter. Okay, the final thing to do is we're creating a print book as well as an ebook. So we're going to click print settings, and you see we've got all sorts of possibilities. This one has the page numbers at the corners, and at the bottom corners, the author's name at the left, the book title at the right. This one has it all centered. This one has the top flush left, flush right, but the bottom center. This one here doesn't have any header, but it's all at the bottom, and you see all the options here. I'm just going to go with the default here. Click OK. Click Save. Guess what? we're finished. We're ready to go. Now we'll click Publish, and it will save a KPF file. That's what you can use to upload to either one of your areas. It can be uploaded as an ebook or as a file for print. That's all it takes to create your own book formatting using Kindle Create. Now later on, I'm going to show you how to use Kindle Cover Creator to create your covers for your books. Another super simple yet extremely professional program you can use. So until next time, this is Terry Main, and I will speak to you again.